Hi boys and girls, my name is Mr. Nance. I'm a Texas Master Naturalist, and that is a group of volunteers, and we try to learn about nature and promote nature. And I'm going to start today and tell you a little bit about digs. Digs are where you go out to the desert maybe you go to the mountains, or you go to the ocean even, and you dig for these rocks, minerals, and fossils. You have to know exactly where you're going. And there's two ways you can do this. You can go online and you can find lots of information about neat places to go dig. But I recommend this. Go and buy yourself one of these books, Gem Trails. The Gem Trails series of books are for every state, just about in the United States. And if you look inside, it has a description of what rocks or fossils you'll find, how to get to the location, and even a map drawn to show exactly where you go to dig. That's very important because many times I've gone out on digs, thought I knew the right place, I come home with nothing. So you have to be prepared, do your homework. This is a great start right here. Now today, boys and girls, we're going to look at some of the minerals that I have collected over the years. This is pumice. Pumice is a volcanic rock, and usually it's formed around under the ocean or beside the ocean, and as it comes out, the lava comes out, it's cooled instantly by the water, and air is trapped inside of it. So this is a rock that has a very unique characteristic. As you all know, you put a rock in water, it sinks. This is a rock that floats. It is a floating rock. And the reason it floats is because of all the air that's trapped inside of it. Pumice, a floating rock.
If you've ever played the game The Floor is Lava, think about this. The floor was lava.
Hi, I'm Ben, and I study geology out in West Texas. In the middle of a volcano is a place called a caldera, where the middle of a volcano collapses after it explodes. And if you look right over there, there's a dike, and it just looks awesome. And because of that, you can see where the lava flows are and stuff, and it's really awesome to see.
Hello, I'm Benjamin. Right now we're in Waco Tanks in El Paso, Texas. And right now, Waco Tanks is an exfoliation dome, where the lava rock, basically, that has formed underground, intrusive, and it cools and becomes a rock in the ground, and as it is the rock that is eroded away from the top, all that rock moves away, the rock rises up due to all this pressure, and it creates this really cool looking like wasteland kind of scene.
Now another mineral that I really love to go hunt is geodes. Geodes are found in several places around the United States, such as Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, New Mexico, and I have been lucky to go to a couple of these places and dig. Let's take a look at some geodes. Now this is what the geode looks like when you find it out in the field. Big round rock. Geodes are round, and if you're lucky they're hollow, and if you're very lucky there's crystals inside. So when I cut this one, you've got quartz crystals inside of it. But not all geodes have quartz crystals inside. There's other minerals that can be inside also. Plus, sometimes they are solid, they're not hollow. This is a geode from Mexico, and as you can see, it has blue agate on the inside. I love the color, so I polished it, and I keep it for my collection. Here's another interesting geode that I found. This one was from Illinois, and you can see it doesn't have the pointed crystals on the inside. They're round and smooth, and around the edge is blue and gold agate. This is really neat. I like this one a lot. Here's one that I got in a trade. This is from Mexico. Again, it has the round, smooth crystals, and you can see someone has polished the agate face around here. Geode is a cavity in a round-shaped rock lined with crystals projecting towards the center. Geodes can be as small as a marble or so large that a person can climb inside the cavity. They're formed all around the world and are one of the most collected mineral specimens. Geodes are formed in igneous and sedimentary rocks. In igneous rocks, the hollow space is formed by a gas bubble becoming trapped inside cooling magma. Now magma, that's the underground molten rock. In sedimentary rocks, the hollow space is created by groundwater dissolving the inside of the rock. The crystals are formed by groundwater containing dissolved minerals flowing through the rock and slowly depositing the minerals on the walls of the cavity. Whenever you cut a geode, it's going to be like no other geode, and you're the first person in the world who gets to see what's inside of it. And today, I have a small geode, and it's all set up to be cut, and I'm going to put it inside the big saw. This is a 16-inch diamond saw blade, and it will cut through this geode, and it'll allow us to see what's inside. So I'm going to load it now. I have completed cutting our geode. Now we're going to take a look at it to see what is inside. Unfortunately, boys and girls, this one is solid on the inside. No crystals. But you never know when you cut a geode. They're all different. Sometimes they're great, and sometimes they're not so great. Thunder eggs are very similar to geodes. They're round rocks, and they generally they're solid on the inside. They're not hollow, and they try to make a star pattern. This is a geode from Mexico, and as you can see, it has some brown rock around this. This is called rhyolite. It's a volcanic rock, and that's real common. And then here's a star pattern that it tries to make in the center. Now this one happens to be hollow right in the center with quartz crystals. These are called thunder eggs. This is a thunder egg that I collected in Oregon. And again, you can see the brown around the edge and the beautiful blue agate star in the middle. The last thunder egg I'm going to show you is one from New Mexico. And it has white opal in the middle of it. So you never know what you're going to find in a geode or a thunder egg. I love to go fossil hunting. I've done a lot of fossil hunting around the United States, and I'll share a couple of my favorites with you. Miss Nance and I went to Wyoming to an open pit mine, and it's limestone rock. And you take the limestone, you get a chisel and a hammer, and you hit it, and it splits open. And if you're lucky, what you find on the inside are fossil fish. These fish are 45 to 50 million years old. And in about 4 or 5 hours of splitting limestone, Miss Nance and I found about 25 complete or near complete fossil fish. It's one of the best fossil hunts that I've ever been on. It was a great day to be out in nature. Let me show you a few of the others. These are fossil fish from Wyoming. We can't talk about fossils unless we talk about dinosaurs. I have some dinosaur bones too. Now here's a dinosaur bone that someone sent to me in a tray. It is a duck-billed dinosaur, and this is a vertebrae out of its tailbone back here. And this is from British Columbia, Canada. This is the tooth of a Technosaurus dinosaur, meaning techno lizard, because it was found by Texas Tech University in Texas. The dinosaur was very small, about 4 feet long, and weighed about 25 pounds. It was about the size of a large dog. Technosaurus was a herbivore. He was a plant eater. He walked on all 4 legs, except when he was escaping predators. He would use his 2 hind legs. His main predators were large dinosaurs and reptiles. The Gorgosaurus dinosaur is known as the fierce lizard. He was a Tyrannosaurus-like dinosaur that lived in North America. Gorgosaurus was very much like T-Rex and Albertosaurus. He lived during the late Cretaceous period about 75 million years ago. This is a fossil coprolite. Coprolite, meaning dungstone, is a fossilized animal waste. This is dinosaur poop. Coprolites have been fossilized and turned into stone. They do not smell bad. Scientists can find out what fossil creatures were eaten by examining the coprolites. They can determine if the animal was a herbivore, a plant eater, a carnivore, a meat eater, or an omnivore, plant and meat eater. Mammoths were relatives of modern-day elephants. Fossils of these large mammals have been found worldwide. Mammoth fossils have been found in Texas and in Brazoria County. The fossil tooth, as seen here, was found south of Houston. Mammoths lived as far back as 2.6 million years ago and died out about 11,000 years ago. Adult mammoths could be as tall as 13 feet and weigh as much as 13 tons. Their diet included leaves, trees, grass, and shrubs. They were herbivores, which are plant eaters. Most scientists believe mammoths died out due to climate change and being hunted by man.